Welcome to another Council Comments. We're joined today with Jamie Cole, Ward
5.
Yep. Okay, we're already making it back around to Ward 5. I feel like it goes really fast.
Yep. I mean, this is my third time. I still feel a little new. But yeah.
But Jamie, you're doing a lot right now. And we have a lot on the agenda to talk about.
Yep.
If you are not aware, this is where we talk with our council members. They just kind of break down everything that's happening in the city. It can be kind of difficult to piece it all together sometimes, so we're going to put it right here for you. And we're going to start with something near and dear to your heart as the Vice President of the Alabaster Arts Council, City Fest.
Yep.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so we were talking earlier, this is one of the biggest lineups we've ever had.
Wow.
When you think of it in terms of, we talk about artists in new metrics now. It used to be airplay, record sales. Now we talk about streams, right? So this is probably the biggest lineup we've ever had, looking at that metric. Chris Lane, tremendous country artist. Yeah. Sister Hazel, that's more from, yours and my generation.
Love Sister Hazel.
And then Michael Warren, who's been performing at City Fest for a long time, but has really come on in the last year or so. So we're excited to welcome him back as a headliner.
Yeah, that's going to be really awesome. People are just sharing it like crazy on social media. It's looking like it's going to be a big crowd.
Yeah, and to that point, go to alabastercityfest.com. You can see more about the lineup, what the day is going to look like. But it's going to be June 3rd at Thompson High School.
Okay.
And as always, I want to say, we have tremendous sponsors that have been with us for a long time, Central State Bank and Coca-Cola. City of Alabaster is always good to provide funding for this event and then other Arts Council events throughout the year, which we'll also talk about.
Yeah.
And we're welcoming a new diamond sponsor this year. Shelby County Tourism has stepped up. And again, it's City Fest, but it's also other events and initiatives throughout the year.
So let's talk about some of those. We've got the Jubilee, right? That's been so fun.
Yeah, so we're announcing today that the Alabaster Jubilee will be October 28th this year, the same day as Fall Festival here in Alabaster. So it'll kind of be like the afternoon, evening concert for that event and tie in with that. We are also kind of in the thick of our grant and scholarship season right now with school wrapping up. So we'll be presenting Arts Council grants and scholarships before the end of the school year. That's another way that funding gets used. And then we're really excited about our sort of Christmas kickoff weekend in Alabaster, December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So December 1st, Friday nights are water tower lighting, always a fun event. December 2nd is the Christmas parade. And December 3rd, for the first time since pre-COVID, we're getting the Alabama Symphony back to do their Christmas concert.
Oh, how fun.
So it's going to be a great weekend. And again, that's just ways that funding gets used all the way throughout the year.
Absolutely. Man, so mark your calendars. Go back.
Yeah,
mark
a lot
your
going
calendars
on there
for these dates. But hey, I want to tell you, the Jubilee, our first time to go was last year. It was just so fun, laid back.
Yeah.
The kids were just running around. We enjoyed music, ate all the good food. Like, that was a really fun event. So if you haven't been to that, make sure you make plans to attend. October 28th, right?
Yeah, and that's going to be, depending on construction, we're going to talk about some other stuff later about what's going on in that area, but that's usually at Municipal Green. So Fall Festival's there on the Buck Creek Trail, and then we'll have some sort of stage there on Municipal Green, depending on how things go. But it'll be all in that area, unless further advised. We'll just say that,
So let's kind of jump into the updates that are going to be happening. We approved a sales tax increase, and it's going to be funding lots of things in the city. Talk about that.
So that's the Alabaster Fast Forward Initiative. That's what we call it. And since we were just talking about Municipal Green, let's start with the amphitheater.
Okay, let's do it.
That's something that's, as you said, near and dear to my heart. I'm really excited about that project. The cool thing about how that amphitheater is sited is we're not cutting into that sort of Buck Creek tree line.
Okay, good.
And it's going to be right on the edge of it. You'll have that nice view of that and the water tower right next to it on the Municipal Green. And as you can see from the photos here, it's keeping the Municipal Green green. It's still a big green space. Sort of built on the edge of it to allow what you just said, having a lot of space for families, a lot of space to do other events like the Fall Festival, and then have a permanent place for some of the events that we do now, like Jubilee, the water tower lighting, and to allow citizens to use it for their live events. So it's just going to be great. And don't know exactly when the groundbreaking is going to be on that yet, and when construction will start or end, because we have some other initiatives to talk about as part of that plan as well. A lot going on.
Lots, right? Okay, so let's talk about the ambulatory care.
So that was the thing that attracted me the most to this 1 cent sales tax. It's never easy to do something like that,
right.
especially just based on amenities, even though that's a resident need and residents deserve that. We have to give our first responders what they need to be able to take care of our citizenry. And you may not ever need it. We hope you don't. But if you do, it's good to know that it's going to be upgraded and it's going to be at your doorstep in a more timely manner. So that definitely attracted me to it. But we're starting to see the ground break on some of these amenities that were promised as part of that package as well. Larry Simmons Stadium, you're already seeing some changes out there if you're familiar with it. We're seeing the facelift here now, what that's going to look like. It's going to be beautiful. Peanut Davenport Field is right next door. Again, a great facelift to that facility. And then that will all be part of one big campus with the new rec center and library on the corner there of 119 and Thompson Road. On that entire property is just going to tie together. It's going to be beautiful.
That's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
And then we got Alabaster Boulevard.
Yeah, so this kind of gets back to the needs side. Alabaster Boulevard is that thoroughfare that's up behind the promenade. Very important for citizens that live in the neighborhoods back there. As you well know, there's a big church back there that a lot of our citizens attend. And it needs basically not just an upgrade. We basically need to redo it.
Overhaul, right?
Just completely overhaul it. And so we know that need has been there. We've known it for a while. This initiative helped us do that. We approved just over $7 million to dig it up, dig it out, get it right this time, because that's going to be very important to our future development in that area as well.
Right.
There are a lot of traffic demands on it now that's only going to increase. We want to get it done right this time.
Well, that will definitely be good for us in the future. Maybe a little bit of a pain in the meantime, but just plan accordingly, right?
Yeah, right. And we're going to see that start hopefully around May or June, depending on how the weather treats us. We want to see it done by the end of the year. So that's something that with this new initiative, the 1 cent sales tax, we're hopefully going to see something immediate, some immediate relief in that area, because it's a rough drive even now.
It's a very, we call it the roller coaster road.
Yeah.
Up and down all the time. But yeah, that'll be really awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so lots of changes, lots of things kind of being turned upside down right now, but we're going to see things moving, right?
Yeah. Ground is breaking on all those things I just talked about. Actually, Peanut Davenport is out for bid. The amphitheater is out for bid. Okay. The Larry Simmons renovation, we actually approved that in our last meeting. So that's already, that's going to get started. So is Alabaster Boulevard.
I'm really excited to see where this is going.
Yep.
There's so much more, right?
Yep.
All right, last thing we're going to talk about is the teen council. And you have a little bit of a stake in this. You got your awesome son, Sully, right?
Yep. Sully's a part of it, and we've got some photos here that I wanted to show. This is our new class. They were sworn in our last city council meeting. This is such a cool program because we're rearing up young leaders here in Alabaster, helping them understand how they can serve, what municipal government looks like. And, almost all of them, if not all of them, are going to leave here in 2, 3, 4 years for their college experience. And part of the initiative here is to say, if you've learned about what it's like to serve, maybe you'll come back and serve here, come back home. Not all of them will, but maybe some of them will. And the cool thing is, these are kids that, my wife's an elementary school principal. We've known a lot of these kids from kindergarten on. Yeah. They've known each other that long. So they're already kind of bonded. And they know what it's like to serve because so many of them have been involved in the community and in school over the years. And then this last photo, that's my son, Sullivan Thomas, and he was sworn in with his first class. He's a freshman this year and going to be a sophomore next year. His mom and I couldn't be more proud.
The things that our kids are getting to experience in this city, in this school system, is beyond anything.
Absolutely.
I think we are just setting them up for so much success in life, and I love it.
Yeah. We're thrilled to be a part of it, and again, part of the reason here is to maybe give them a thought about serving here, the way some of their parents do now. I can say that from my perspective. So
come on, Sully, right? I love it. Thank you so much for all this information.
Thanks,
thank you for your hard work on City Fest, the Arts Council. You guys are doing a great job. And guys, make sure you tune in next month for another council comments brought to you by the City of Alabaster.